Welcome to Lunch Break Tarot. I'm Jolene, and this is your reading. If this video has found you, there's a message in it you're supposed to hear. So trust the timing. And when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. I'm going to open these curtains. Okay, I was just going to go to bed at 7:30 p.m. But you know what? I know some people are looking forward to these readings, and so I'm here for you. I worked 10 hours yesterday, and I did a tarot reading over my lunch break. And then today, I took 2 hours off to go to the dentist. I'm drowning in work. I'm so tired. The moon was in Leo today. It's Thursday, and it was in Leo yesterday. And astrologers keep saying these 2 days are how you're going to know what your next year is going to look like, because Jupiter moved into Leo. And so apparently this Leo moon is showing us that. And I'm like, bro, I worked 10 hours yesterday and I went to the dentist. Okay? Is that what my year is going to be like? The dentist is like Saturnian. Anyway, let me know if you want how you spent your moon in Leo. Okay, we've got which one would be first? Oof, I don't know. I'm going to have to pick both of these as the theme because they came out together. But we've got the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. And I will start talking just off the cuff about the cards. Some of it will sound superficial and face value, but I'm like finding the vibe. I'm finding the thread of it. Then it gets deeper. And then towards the end of it, somebody's on my street wearing a skirt that I have and doesn't look good on me, and I was assessing whether it looks good on her, and I've decided it does not. I think it's the skirt. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and then towards the end of it, we will get advice or an outcome. So anyway, stick around if it sounds hokey at the beginning. Okay? Okay, so anyway, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Somebody's up. Somebody has anxiety at night, worrying about something. They fumbled something hard, or they're overwhelmed, they're drowning, can't stay afloat. And I mean, I'm just, these are going to be specific. The tarot is right. It's just whether I am able to pinpoint your specificity. Okay, so here's the cards. You can see, you know what they mean, how they apply to you, but I'm just going to pick a position, okay? Apply it how you want to. Yeah, somebody's sad that they lost you, that they fumbled you hard, and they see you as home and family and someone who's got their shit together and someone who makes them feel at home, and they don't have you, and they're really in mental anguish about it. Yeah, I was just gonna go to bed, and then did I already say this? Is it this? I don't know. Let's keep shuffling. Oh, that was definitely it. Okay, we got the Hierophant. The Hierophant. I do know what the face value is. I've just had some insights about this recently too, and I'm forgetting them. And I have like a big old wall of, because I've been on for so long, it's turned up a lot of muck from, like, when the like a lake swirls, like the sediment comes up, that's what it's like in my being right now. The Hierophant is about a blessing. It's about your beliefs. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that right now. We'll see what else it's trying to say with these two. I mean, it's commitment, obviously, marriage, but I don't know how it applies yet. Do you want to get some more before I start going deeper? I am so tired. And this is the first time I've talked to anybody that I wasn't paid to talk to today. I still like talking to people, but you know what I mean. You got to be profesh. And that means you can only be a certain version of yourself, not your whole self. You can't let things hang loose. Although I did get off a call with somebody and said, appreciate you. And they were taken aback because it sounded very cash. I'm just lazy. It's still positive. Do we want to get anything else before I start going deeper? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so tired. And that's all I want to do is just report. It's Leo. It's the moon in Leo. It doesn't go into Virgo until like 2 a.m. tonight. So this is just so expressive, Leo. It's like doesn't hold anything back. Talks about its stomach gurgling, you know, for an example. I'm probably missing some good cards here. Okay, here we go. Well, we got the moon, which we were talking about a lot. We got the moon and we got the magician. The other day, I was talking about the surface level meanings of the magician, and I was saying it enthusiastically because I was picking up on the vibe of it, and the vibe was making me enthusiastic, but the only words I could find for it was like, you're manifesting something, and I intuitively know some of y'all dropped off for good because of how superficial that was. But what are we manifesting? Are we manifesting something with this moon? Here's Leo. It's not even a new moon or a full moon. We are in the eclipse window. There's an eclipse on August 12th in Leo. Okay, so we've got somebody is up late at night. I feel like this is them, but flip it if it applies to you. Personally, I have been feeling last night I had a big release. I'm just gonna have to go with this Leo expressiveness and talk about myself. But for a while, I actually have been feeling really like something's wrong, and I don't know why. I've just been having this feeling, and today I was kind of thinking maybe it's like perimenopause. But anyway, that aside, I've woken up in the middle of the night for many nights. I don't even know how long, and just feeling like something is wrong, and like this feeling of like doom. And this morning, I had my alarm set for 5 a.m. so I can hit snooze a million times before I have to go to work. And I noticed I felt some kind of Cancerian with all these planets in Cancer. I don't even remember which ones they are, but I felt a release of a lot of tension, which is weird because yesterday I worked 10 hours and then my brain wouldn't turn off like ADHD, and I just couldn't stop looking at media and looking at my phone and looking at Instagram and all the things. And then I ended up trying to watch a movie. I watched half of Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is a masterpiece. But if you know, there's like so many sharp cuts fast in that. And it was just a very on day. And I knew I wasn't being present. And I knew there was no prayer that I was going to be present. I had too much caffeine. And I stayed up way late past my bedtime. And some days that just get away from you like that. And then weirdly, when I woke up for the first time in I don't know how long, I felt like I was on the precipice of feeling okay. Like I'm always okay, but I also always have something going on that feels very not okay. And I just carry that as I go along through my life. So, I don't know. I suppose it could be you, but I feel like it's them. I still feel like this is somebody in your life. So I'm going to read it from that perspective. And it's still the same vibe that I have. Like you represented the female version of security to a man. And obviously, it's not about gender. Women can identify with male stereotypical roles and vice versa. But, you know, keep it simple. Women represent security to men too in certain ways. Forgive me for my simple black and white gender terms. In this case, you represented security to a man in a way they deeply needed, and they fumbled you. That's an oversimplification. They might not even know that or think that, but they know that you're gone and they're upset. And then the Hierophant, I am going to have to clarify on that one. It's a blessing. It's status. I don't know. And then we have the Moon. Y'all, I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank on all of these. I'm going to have to. I mean, I have my initial hunches, and that's what you're supposed to just go with. Let things flow. But it's also not feeling quite accurate. But I should probably be saying it because it might be relevant to some of y'all. A lot of, deep feelings, manifesting things from a feeling place. Hierophant is about beliefs. You manifest based on what you believe and based on what you feel, something like that. The Magician's also a trickster. Obviously, magician does tricks. Has someone been putting tricks on you? Playing tricks on you. And the Hierophant is between all this. On one side, we have a guy who is wallowing over missed opportunities with someone that makes him feel like home. Okay, wow, this wound up in the deck again upside down. So your Nine of Pentacles, or your Nine of Swords, is the Knight of Wands upside down, which is a non-commitment F-boy. Somebody who is comfortable not choosing. Yeah, I don't know. They're rogue, but it's upside down. So yeah, they're off their game. They don't have any, they know they don't have like a leg to stand on. Not a single horsey's hoof to stand on. Clarify Queen of Pentacles. Well, can't take that many. I saw the King of Swords. Truth. Logic. So yeah, you're seeing through all the illusions, all the tricks they used to play. Their game, their Playboy game. You're not having it. What? Clarify Queen of Pentacles. I'm so tired still, you guys. I'm so tired. I'm gonna go watch the rest of that movie. I'm stoked about it. I have one more day of work for the week. Okay, we got Five of Swords, which is mommy issues. Not traditionally, but it's a vibe that resonates with me. Winning at any cost and being ruthless. But this is someone who plays like who's out for themselves. Very self-serving. They're playing the game based on what they can take from others. And that is clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that's how she sees him. She knows that he's She doesn't see him anymore as somebody that she can collaborate with, cooperate with. She sees him for the impact. I don't know. We'll see what else we can get. Clarify the Hierophant. The Devil. Two majors right in between all this. To me, I'm kind of feeling like the Hierophant is like a priest and the devil is like the Hierophant is doing an exorcism. Or it was a marriage that was a karmic contract. So we'll see. Clarify the Moon. We got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is standing still, being quiet and introverted, and like regaining, like trying to heal your emotions, your nervous system, being solo in order to feel a sense of stability after a huge whirlwind or a period of feeling hypervigilant. This is like being still, quiet and still, and I don't know, like a good student. Like, I don't know. Okay, clarify the Magician. I just gotta do what I just gotta go with it. Is this resonating so far? Is this nonsense? I'll just see. 17 minutes. Oh yeah, I did talk a lot about myself. That's why. Oh well, I showed up and I did not pay attention to lights and I didn't even brush my hair and I just got out of the bathtub. It's not even all on the right side of my head. Oh, I'm tired. Clarify the Magician. I still think this reading is going to be interesting. It's just not revealing itself yet. But yeah, if any of y'all who have doubts about me probably aren't sticking around this long. Anyway, we got the Empress, another major arcana, clarifying another major arcana. Y'all, I am not getting it. I mean, I'm getting things, but they just feel overly simplistic. But we're going to power through. At least I am. I'm going to power through. The Empress, clarifying the Magician. Venus, okay. Nope, got nothing. Got nothing. You know, some of my favorite tarot readers, Seven of Pentacles, clarifying the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Some of my favorite tarot readers actually don't publish some of their videos because maybe it's because they went like this. But you know what? I'm publishing it. Maybe something in it is going to be valuable. So, Playboy, Loverboy is I don't know, just at a loss. Doesn't know what to do to fix it. Wishes they could. Yeah. I'm sorry my brain got used up on capitalism today. Clarify Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. I mean, maybe I should just try. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm really gonna try a different technique before this is over with. You know, if it goes long, it's okay. Okay, we've got the Ace of Cups. I'm racking my brain, boys. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Symbol of security, feminine security to anyone she surveys, anyone in her kingdom, knows they're going to get taken care of. She's going to gather the eggs from the chicken coop, etc., and make cookies with molasses in them. And much, much more. So patches on your worn clothes. We have a man child that we're dealing with here. Not necessarily, you know what I mean? Someone that's self-serving and young. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is healing. I think she's healing. I think she's healing from being on the receiving end of a lot of abuse that comes from being around somebody that's chronically self-serving. All right, let's get clarification on the Hierophant and the Devil. Eckhart Tolle says some matches are made in hell. We got the Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Heartbreak and betrayal. And it's rough. Rough stuff. I still don't know. You can tell me. I do that sometimes while the tarot reader's talking, and I'm just like, I just kind of tune them out because I know they're on some kind of thread that doesn't apply to me. And I'm like, but I know these cards are still right, even if the tarot reader's on another tangent. Three of Pentacles is clarifying the Moon and the Knight of Pentacles. Why? Is it the Mercury retrograde? Y'all, I'm just getting nothing. Okay, this is being okay, I get it. I get it. You're so busy. You have your nose to the grind. Working. And that is keeping you grounded enough for you to have a cathartic release of emotions. Yeah. And then we've got the Tower. Third major arcana clarifying two other major arcana. Because something ended epically, and it ended because you decided to stop cooperating with insanity. You decided to choose yourself, have faith, have strength, step out of a bad situation. You are manifesting. I don't know. That sounds so quaint. I don't know. That's not the word either. I don't know. I don't know if I said anything that is worth saying. So let me look at this a little bit more and try to look at it through a different lens than the one I normally use. This just might not be worthwhile, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be disappointed. The devil is in the very center of 15 cards. There's only one reversal, and it is the Knight of Wands. It looks like the Knight of Wands is being confronted with their self-serving, destructive ways. They're going to come out on the other side of this dynamic and try to pursue you again. They're not offering much when they do. They're like a tiny little baby, but they're, I don't know, I would say sincere. Okay, what else can I get? It ends on the Tower. Like, that's the outcome. It's both. It's the Tower and the Empress clarifying the Magician. That's why you're like a sorceress now, because you're both. Like, you don't limit yourself to the finer things in life, and you're not afraid of losing anything that isn't real. Okay. Three of Pentacles is working together. So we've got a guy putting in the hours. Could be you. I don't think so, though, because it's clarifying Nine of Swords. Whoever's up at night with anxiety, putting in the hours, and they were offered love, and they seized it. And then they felt total heartbreak and wounding. And then they tried to work together again. And then everything came tumbling down. I don't know. I'm going to wrap this up here. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have shown up today. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. I guess I'm going to, I don't know. All right. Well, let me know how this fits you, if it did, or if you think I should just not show up when videos turn out like this. If you want a personal reading from me when I'm not this tired, links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.